Yeah, pleasure to be here. Thanks everyone for joining us. And I wanted to start by just telling you a bit about us, I suppose, just to give you a bit of an idea of why we need this sort of technology. Defense.com is a SaaS platform that we developed to help businesses to materially improve their security wherever it is. So we do lots of things for our customers, but ultimately what we're doing is trying to help to create a world where cybersecurity empowers businesses to thrive and innovate, providing them peace of mind against cyber attacks. And that's quite hard for so many businesses. It's complicated, it feels difficult, feels like they're spending a lot of money on something, and we're trying to help simplify that and make it really easy for them. And we've been partnering with Civo for quite a while, actually. We started out as a business about 5 years ago, 7 years ago. We started another organization. At the same time, we started thinking, what's the big solution we need to solve? And that's for these smaller businesses that need cybersecurity, but something that's powerful enough that can help enterprises as well. So initially, our platform was basically in a data center. It was loads of servers that were running Kubernetes and technology like that, but having like massive disks that we had to retain large volumes of data, because to our customers, we're ingesting large volumes of log data primarily. That's one method of which we get information from their environment to know what's going on. So we're processing today, just out of the top 200 customers, we've got about 4,500 businesses on our platform using our technology, and 200 of those customers account for about 1.3 trillion messages we process a year. So it's a huge volume of data. When you're throwing that onto just disks all the time and then giving them 90 days worth of log data to trawl back through, you need it to be fast. And it's very unpredictable. We don't know how much data they're going to send us. We don't bill them by the amount of data we send us either. So it's all about like high performance, high throughput, processing that data really quickly and giving them something they can do something with that information. We turn that into around about just over 200,000 threats that we generate for those customers throughout the year. They're actionable. There's something they can do something with. So we always need to be monitoring. We need that fast 90-day log search capability, and we always need to be up. And of course, another big part of our process is we need to make sure we're compliant to standards like ISO 27001, PCI, Cyber Essentials, all those sort of great standards. So when you think about our traditional stack and where it is today, it's massively scaled. It's really now dealing with 4,500 businesses, making sure that they're able to get onto the platform, get the most out of it. Our stack and our technology has completely changed. And one thing that's really helped us is the ability to use FlexCore. It's a real game changer for us for a number of key reasons. Our architecture is all built on Kubernetes. So we've got this kind of big part of our log collection stack, which is just jamming lots of data or consuming lots of data from our customers' environments. We then have to translate that into data that we can process and we can enrich with security relevant information, also contextualize it in a way that our security analysts can then review that data and make a decision on whether they need to pick up the phone and call somebody or take an action, maybe respond to a security threat for them on their behalf. So as it goes through the process of building it into the system, getting it into processing where we enrich it, we normalize that data, we then have to expose it to our customers and to our analysts to deal with it. And then we also use AI to build things like runbooks and other things that help us to do a better job of ingesting data and making sense of it when we do bring in new technology for our customers. And also, that's the other thing for our platform that's quite tricky. When we bring on a new customer, we don't always necessarily know exactly what it is we're going to be ingesting log data from. So we need to figure out very quickly what log value security value we can get from the logs, to enable our analysts to do a really good job of responding to that security threat. So we're using the Civo cloud infrastructure as well to use GPUs to help enrich that information. Also helps us to translate log data into runbooks that can then turn into detection rules that we then escalate that up to our customers. And there's so many more use cases we're using right now. We have built an MCP service as well, which will help our customers utilizing the technology within the Civo stack as well to help us to build out the ability to enable our customers to engage with our threats through using the AI technology. But what's really been the game changer for us around the FlexCore appliances is that we want to have data residency, and we also need it to be sovereign, so that a lot of our customers come to us exactly requiring that, basically. Working with NHS, we're working with large organizations, and they don't want their data going all around the world. They want to stay where it came in and where it exists. And so for us, really, what that's meant, if I can progress the slides. My clicker's gone. Clicker stopped working. I don't know if, can we progress the slides elsewhere? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, we're there. So why we chose Civo. And specifically, why the Flex Core? So we wanted that data residency, but we also need the compliance support as well. Like, we have a small team of engineers, so for us, managing like a big stack of equipment in a data center becomes very difficult to manage and scale to. We wanted the benefits of the Civo public cloud, but in this kind of private cloud region, so it's really important for us. And we needed it to be able to be ultimately scalable. All of that infrastructure I showed you earlier, our high-level design documentation, all of that is scalable. So everything needs to be able to scale up and down as we need it to, but we want it to maintain this ability to have like a private region, but in public. So massive scaling. High performance AI and machine learning as well. Real-time threat analysis is not something you need to do fast. You need to do it really quickly. We're talking milliseconds to enrich the data. If it hits a pipeline and it takes 4 hours to respond, we might miss something. And of course, that's disastrous for our brand. It's disastrous for our customers. And it means a lot of painful cleanup. We also need to have that built-in security and compliance. Like, we're a cybersecurity company, so we can't have our brand being tarnished by our third-party suppliers letting us down. And so we've really focused on making sure we're picking the right partner for that. And like I said, we get that convenience for the FlexCore of the on-prem infrastructure we really want, but with the cloud benefits. That gives us security, the data sovereignty, the residency, operations at scale. So what we mean here is that continual fast growth capability. Like, we, again, don't know how many customers are on board in the SaaS platform at any one time. We could get hundreds of people sign up in a few minutes, and we need to be able to scale quickly, onboard them, and get them going. And we can't do that in a predictable pricing way with a lot of the bigger providers. Like, if we go to like the AWSs of this world and Azure, we're a small business. We need to be able to do that scale without suddenly getting a massive bill that we can't afford that's going to break our bank. So that's us in a nutshell.